Rocky Long, the head coach of the San Diego State football team, joins us on Extra Sports 1360. Right, Coach? You're always loved until you play a game, right?
Sometimes that's the way it works. You know, as long as you haven't lost a game yet, everybody thinks you're doing a good job.
So are you doing a good job so far? How would you rate things so far?
I don't think we're as far ahead as I'd hope we'd be at this point in practice. We seem to be working hard and getting a little bit better, but not near as fast as I want to. But that's why we have a few more practices to go.
What kind of stuff is kind of stuck in your craw right now?
Well, on offense, we're putting the ball on the ground too much. We're either fumbling it, or it's a bad shotgun snap, or we're dropping some passes that should be caught. On defense, it seems that we're so hyped up to play that we're losing concentration on who our man is in coverage. We're not tackling. We're diving to try to tackle instead of running through people. A lot of little things that add up to big things if it continues that way.
And are you the kind of coach that believes in the way you practice is the way you play?
I totally believe that the way you prepare is the way you play.
Now, when you talked about the shotgun snap at center, that's something that maybe we as Aztec fans hadn't really thought about. But, I mean, the offensive line is back pretty much intact except for Traskey Asefa. So you've got Alec Johnson moving to center, and that is something that you do need to take care of in your preseason workouts is the quarterback-center exchange. The old easiest thing there is to do, but you better do it right every single time.
Oh, you're exactly right. Now, we're under center a lot, and that's more – that's more consistent when you're under center. Sometimes the shotgun snap is affected by what the center is seeing in front of them, and our defense is one that blitzes a lot and changes formations or changes looks a lot, so our center might be concentrating on what he's seeing instead of concentrating on the snap first.
Rocky Long, the head coach of the San Diego State Aztec football team, is with us. They open the season on Saturday, September the 3rd against Cal Poly. And then it's on to Army, and then it's Washington State for the KGB Sky Show. And then there's a little game coming up on September the 24th at Michigan that some people may have heard about. We are not even going to get to that game, Coach, because I know what your answer is going to be, right?
I'm glad you're not going there then.
I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to bother going there because I know you got to take care of Cal Poly first. How good can Ryan Lindley be this year? I mean, we've seen his name pop up a little bit now, which I'm glad to see for him as he heads into a senior season as, one of the quarterbacks to keep an eye on. But as his coach, I mean, even on the defensive side, watching him play offense, but now as his head coach, how good does he have a chance to be this year in his senior season?
Well, I think Ryan's made tremendous progress ever since he's been here, and probably the biggest progress he's made this year is his leadership. He's running this football team. It's his football team. He's got great athletic ability, obviously, or the pros wouldn't be interested. I think he's going to be in the NFL. I think he's going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. I think he's going to be there for a long time. Now, saying that, I think that he's working with some awful young wide receivers, and last year he had two great wide receivers that made him look good at times. Well, now this year he's going to have to make those young receivers look good. It's going to have to be the other way around.
And, of course, everybody's heard about your stable of tight ends, and I know that you're working on ways to get those guys on the field. I mean, you might as well have a little fun with it. I mean, you were talking about it earlier when you were at New Mexico playing against Colorado State back in the day when they would line up 3-4 tight ends sometimes. It can be very difficult to match up with, and I know that that's the look you're going to be trying to give opposing defenses.
That's right. We're going to, that's probably the best position on our team for quality and depth at the same time. We've got 4 or 5 really good tight ends. There's no reason for them to be sitting on the bench if they're really good players. We're going to use 2 a lot, 3 at times. What it does is give you a lot of different formational looks. It's hard on defense. It's hard to line up to. And then you have to decide if you want to cover those guys with the linebacker where the tight end might be a little too fast or quick for them, or you cover them with the DB, and now the tight ends are too big and strong for the DBs to get to the ball. So they do cause matchup problems, and we're going to try to use it to our advantage.
Are you worried at all about being able to stretch the field? Do you have enough speed to get downfield to open things up? Because Ryan does like to go down the field, and he does throw a great deep ball.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. We don't have any problem with speed. We've got some young guys out there that are really good athletes. three of them are really, really fast. Last night we scrimmaged, and there was 3 or 4 times one of the wide receivers was behind the DBs. One was an overthrow. The other 3 were right on target, and we didn't catch any of them. So the speed is not the concern here. We can get deep, and as you say, Ryan throws a great deep ball.
Yeah.
We just got to get to the point that we're catching all of them.
How's the defensive coordinator doing? Is he any good this year?
Well, as the head coach, I think he's doing a heck of a job. But as the D coordinator, he could do a better job.
Okay, that, of course, is going to be Rocky Long. For those of you who don't know, where's the strength in your defense lie right now, Coach? And where are you most concerned a couple of weeks before the kickoff game?
Well, the best place is linebacker. We've got some really good players there. The one everybody knows is Miles Burris. We probably are 7 deep at linebacker of all guys that have played some. They're all good players, so that's the best spot. I think we're good in the secondary, even though I am concerned with depth. We play 5 DBs all the time. We probably have 8 really good DBs. You should have 10 really good DBs if you want to have the good depth. But we're okay back there. Depth is a concern. Where we're really concerned is the D-line.
Yeah.
We've got 2 seniors starting. We got a sophomore starting that played very little last year. And then after that, it's all redshirt freshmen who have never played in a college game or true freshmen that have never played in a college game.
So how do you get those guys ready? I mean, I guess that's the $1 million question right there, because your defense can be confusing. The idea is that it's confusing to other teams, but the thing is you don't want it to be confusing to your own team.
That's exactly right. Boy, you understand way too much of this. You just give them a lot of reps. I mean, we scrimmaged 68 plays last night, and those young defensive linemen probably got 48 of them. You just keep scrimmaging, and they are getting better. But they got a ways to go, and hopefully they'll be all right by the first game.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate the time. We got a lot of work to do. You got a lot of work to do. I'll get back to it. The night practices have been a hit. I know the kids have enjoyed that, and we got through this interview somehow without talking about your guy, Ronnie Hillman. But we'll focus on Ronnie the next. When you start letting him get tackled in practice, we'll start talking about Ronnie Hillman. How's that?
Well, that'll be after the first game, so we'll talk after that then, okay?
All right, Rocky. Good to talk to you, buddy. I'll see you soon. Thanks.